And welcome back to the Nutmeg again for the final installment of our video series delivering this long cut of cars. This is part 6, and in this video we're going to go about delivering delivering 2 tank cars down to Suburban Discount Oil. It's a home heating oil customer, and so we're going to deliver those 2 tanks down there, and we're going to pick up one that's empty, so that we can bring that back and get that filled back up, and they can have more. So and that's just simply the way it goes on the railroad. We're going to pick up where we left off last time. We had grabbed these well cars from the recycling facility, and we're going to jockey those down into the yard here, and get those onto the track that they need to be on, and then we'll be on to grabbing our tank cars. So sit back, relax, grab your coffee, whatever, and watch some of this shoving around. Hopefully, not very many of you are going to get clobbered with this upcoming snow, but I, for one, as long as I've got power, plan on, hanging out with my trains, and hopefully you've got the chance to as well. But anyway, let's get down into the yard and do what we gotta do. Just fast forward real quick, getting the locomotives out from the other end and down to this end. And we've got an easy transition. The runaround track and slash storage track is in line with track 1 of our yard that you can see here. You can see the green shoving platform up there in the top left that we're going to go get. That's attached to our tank cars that we're going to be moving around, and we had put those out there just for setting up just for this. So we put them in the right spot so that easy grab it and go. And then now we're just simply going to go make our deliveries. got one more home to build for this section. And I think I'm going to get an entirely, like maybe a couple of more homes of the same type so that I can put them right along this row. So this is in New England and Connecticut, where mill towns were a thing. As anybody might know, with the mills came factory housing, and all of the factory housing looked exactly the same. So having a row of buildings that all look essentially the same would fit right in with the Connecticut landscape. Being a freelance railroad, ultimately I just need to convey the sense that we're in Connecticut in this sort of scene. 100% appropriate for it. So in any case, let's continue on. Those mill buildings, of course, would have supported the factory building here on the left with the yellow boxcar sitting out in front of it. And it's all within walking distance. So the housing is always like within walking distance of the factory. So that's kind of, a couple of different scenes, but then those two scenes begin to kind of, on a broader scale, blend together. So there's not like a visual disruption if you're going around the layout. It all seems to make sense. I've got to start covering the background here. I'm thinking that's going to be a hillside with a bunch of greenery and leaves and all that sort of stuff, and then kind of like a little cut in between two hills is where the track is going to go through the wall there and start heading down to the lower level. But I should be able to layer a couple of sections of foliage, maybe put a bridge in there for like an overpass or something, and kind of tie it in. That's the thoughts. But I do have to start closing that up because this is that's a fairly decent detractor from the scene. But as soon as I get that in there, I think it'll actually liven up the scene quite a bit. So that's the idea. All right, so we have made our delivery and our pickup, and all we got to do is take this tank car down into the sorting yard and get it onto the outbound cut of cars, and then we will grab that cut of cars and start heading downstairs or down to the lower level for an interchange. We're going to grab this yellow shoving platform though, clear that off of our runaround / storage track, and get that onto one of the ends or the other end of the train, or the outbound cut of cars. That's going to be our shoving platform for going down to the lower level, and then we've got that the green shoving platform that we've got to get over into the storage track for those. But we're going to simply take all of this down to the other end, and I didn't film me setting out the shoving platform on the other end, and this tank car gets hooked up to the other end of the well cars there, so that when I grab the well cars, it's going to be in the same cut as the tank cars. But and I didn't film that, but I've got a SpongeBob thing. Helps you understand what's going on, I guess. All right, so just a couple steps left, and then we will be off to the lower level. We've got to pull this cut of cars out. You'll see the green shoving platform on the other end, and we're going to park that down next to the thug boat here on the right hand side of the screen. Then we're going to hook up to this cut of tank cars here on track 3. So we're on track 2 right now. We'll get that shoving platform onto the storage track, and then hook up to the cut of cars on track 3, and then we are outbound. Let's hook up, give it a quick little stretch, and then pause ourselves to check a little bit of paperwork, and then we're out of town. And with that, we are all done with our video series here. Quick little couple of minutes worth of rail fanning, watching a train go past on a scenic area of the track, and that's us done with this cut of cars. So until next time, we have another cut of cars. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but for next time, excuse me, this front area has a little bit more scenery. I'm starting to work on that, so you'll see that. And I might actually just simply do like a track overview. Been a while since I've done one of those. And then, so do track overview. Show you what I got going on. Show you the mess that I'm living in here in the basement, and then we'll do maybe another operations video with a couple of part series on that, and we'll keep on going. So until next time, thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you on the next one. See you soon.